Fourth win on the year, Josh Parsons. Phenomenal race car and quick time today as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. This race definitely was a big race for me. I mean, this race was all for Captain Mario. He had a big impact on my life. He definitely helped me out a lot. He always, every Friday, I'd always get a call or text saying good luck. Maybe while I'm in school, he'd call me, make sure that he said good luck prior to racing, and now with his passing, it definitely felt a little different. So this race goes out to him.
Is there anything that led up to this as far as you finding something in the car? Because it just seems like you guys are always fast every weekend qualifying, and this car was dominant, and wherever you wanted to put it, you could tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the car had its issues. When we went to go nut and bolt the car this week, we found a lot of parts that probably should have been replaced a little earlier in the season. We held off, and it needed to be done this week.
You need help this week, Paul. Thank you.
With all the things that should have been changed, finally got through to them, changed them all out. And I can't thank Nick School enough for giving me a bad fast race car.
When the car's that good, is it an urgency you feel when you get to second to try and take the lead, or is that just something you're not worried about?
It's definitely something you got to worry about, because your car is not going to be as fast as it is. That car is not going to be that fast the whole race. It's going to start to wear down and heat up and all the other things that a race car happens while you get more heat in the tires, motor gets more warm. Just, you got to be careful with that stuff. So when I saw the opportunity to keep going, I decided that I needed to make the move.
And then you had several yellows there in the last half of the race, but that being said, you executed well on all those restarts.
Yeah, I mean, with the finding of our bad gear, we realized that we weren't getting the proper engagement that we needed, and ended up having a bad pinion seal. So we got that fixed and didn't worry about that. So now that we're back in action, we're back at it.
You have the speed, and it sounds like you have the confidence in the race car now after these updates. But looking at the big picture, you've got a lot of points involved that can go either way between here and the championship night, a little over a month away. You got, I think, 4 points tonight. How mindful is that? Just every week you can chip a little away at that.
Every week means a lot, because I just have to make sure that I keep my 100-point days up for nationals later on in this year in October. So we're trying to get as many as we can. As this being my home track, make sure I can get as many as I possibly can. You know, I can settle for under 100 points, but it's definitely not satisfactory. We'd rather go for 100 points every week. Seekonk points, definitely a little touchy, considering I've had a couple bad weeks, so this felt good to be back in victory lane, but definitely after the couple of bad weeks, I knew something had to change and something wasn't right. So after the previous accidents that happened, I knew something was bent, because the car was never that bad.
I think Bennett got third or fourth tonight offhand. Is that something you're just, as long as we're finishing ahead of that car, that's about all you're worried about? Or is it like we just need to get the wins and wherever we end up is where it ends up?
I'm more worried about national points than AMC points. As much as I lost the championship by 2 points last year, I'd like to get it, but I'm not as worried as I was at the beginning of the year. Realizing that I have a very good shot at the national championship, I decided that I should probably focus more on that, because it means a little bit more. You know, I'm not always so worried about Bennett, because he's such a good driver. He always races me clean, I race him clean, so I knew if he ever gets to me, we'll always race clean. You know, accidents happen, and we all make mistakes. So if something happens, I'm not going to hold it against him. He's a good driver. He's always raced me clean. So I'm glad I can be battling against him in the points.
With the focus on the Nationals, what potentially do you see happening going into 2020 if you're able to achieve that? Does that change what you're potentially able to do next season?
Possibly, we were kind of thinking maybe we should get out of Legends, but we just need more sponsorship to help fund that. But if nothing works, we can get another year in Legends and hopefully go for the championship again.
And who are some of the people and sponsors that make your season happen?
I want to start off by thanking my mom and dad, Nick Lascola, Nick's Pit Stop, Nick Lascola Racing, G&G Silk Screening, J. Parsons Trucking, Triple G Scaffold, D. Ricardo and Son Builders, Rodman Ford, Crossroads Auto Collision, Norwood Printing, and I also want to thank Seekonk Speedway for putting on these Friday night races every Friday.